Hey everybody, it's Angie from Trips with Angie. In this video, I'm going to take you through all of the dining on the Celebrity Reflection, what's included, what's extra charge, and what I thought about it. The Opus restaurant is the included main dining room. It offers breakfast and dinner each day, plus lunch on sea days. Honestly, we didn't eat here once because we had suite access on the second cruise, and on the first cruise, the anytime dining line was just too long. But in the past, we've had great experiences in this main dining room. You can get set dining times if you want to avoid the line. Where we did eat the first week was the Ocean View Cafe. So this is the buffet. It's available for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and late night throughout your stay. This is a glimpse into the morning breakfast buffet. So you see your bagels, your cinnamon rolls. They have savory foods. So you have fried rice and curries, made to order omelet station. This turns into a pasta station in the evening. Every meal has a carved meat option. You have tons of whole fruit available as well as cut up fruit. You have your sauteed vegetables and hard boiled eggs, different corned beef. All of the meals have an Asian station where you'll be able to get Indian food or different Asian delicacies. They have special sections labeled for vegan and gluten-free. You can also find your typical American favorites at lunch, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So you see there you had your sausage and your bacon. Here's another made-to-order egg station. Your included beverages are coffee and tea, milk, juice at breakfast, and then iced tea, lemonade, fruit punch, and water, of course. If you want any other beverages, those are going to be an extra charge. Most people get beverage package when they book under the all-included special so that they have beverages like sodas, alcohol, and wine and beer available. Another quick service option is the masked grill. This has hamburgers and hot dogs. You can special order turkey burgers or veggie burgers. I will tell you, it's a total pain in the butt to special order. They sigh and look at you and say, it'll be 20 minutes. One of my favorite spots is the Spa Cafe right in the solarium. I love this for breakfast and lunch. They pre-plate everything, so it's not like a typical buffet. They have fresh fruit. They serve up little mini sandwiches. So this is the bagel and peanut butter option. They have healthier versions of cookies and muffins. And then be sure to pay attention to this. You can special order things. So like at breakfast, you can get a turkey wrap or hot cider oatmeal. You just need to tell the attendant that you want to order it. And then at lunch, you can get a terrific turkey sandwich. One thing to pay special attention to is the markers for allergies. So see how here there's the red gluten-free symbol underneath the apple oatmeal cookie. And on this one, the symbol is gone. You want to look for the symbol. So that means that that item is gluten-free. If it does not have the symbol, it is not gluten-free, it's not vegetarian, it's not lactose-free. I find this very hard to read, so pay very special attention. Another great place to get snacks is the cafe. This is where you get your specialty coffees. They have a large selection of desserts in the evening, and they've even added some savory snacks, which is very excited. We've been asking for this in our surveys, and you can always find cookies. Luminae is the dining room for suite guests. I will give a full review of this when I do my reflection suite review coming up, but I will say the highlights, I really liked the lobster roll, and I thought their burger was very good. They also had some really good dinner options, but I'll cover that in the next video. Blue is the dining room that's available for the guests who book an aqua class cabin. So both Luminae and Blue are going to follow the same hours as the main dining room. So breakfast and dinner daily, plus lunch on sea days. Now let's get into extra charge. All the restaurants from now on are an extra charge. Sushi on 5 is the sushi restaurant. We were able to have both lunch and dinner here, and I think we sampled pretty much the entire menu because the second week we had the reflection suite so you could eat at Specialties whenever you wanted. The Kobe beef ramen slider was the best hamburger we had on board. It was perfectly seasoned. The scallop and shrimp dynamite, I would pass on this. It had an odd texture. You really couldn't taste the scallops. The shrimp tempura udon was delicious. I love the broth, but I would request the shrimp tempura to be on the side because they put it in the broth. So by the time it gets to you, it's soggy and you don't get that great crispy texture that you love from tempura. The sashimi mixed green salad was a wonderful surprise. I ordered it because I hadn't tried it yet. The sushi on top was fantastic. It had a great Dressing, definitely worth a try. The lobster and shrimp wonton is a must. We get it every time we cruise. We absolutely love it. And these items are all priced individually, so you can go here and just grab an order of wontons and a roll versus investing in a whole meal. The lobster ramen was our favorite ramen. We had it several times. The dashi broth keeps it from being too sweet. Definitely a must try if you like ramen. The spicy ahi tuna starter. I prefer this to the tuna roll. I think it's fantastic. The ginger chicken gyoza is very good. I don't know if it's a must have, but we always enjoy it. And it does seem better than the kind of frozen flash fried gyoza we've gotten on other ships. The barbecue pork ramen was another favorite. The broth that they make for these ramens is so, so good. And the pork was perfectly cooked. Definite must try if you like ramen. And then the spicy tuna and shrimp tempura was my favorite roll. Morano is the French restaurant. It has different levels of pricing depending on how many courses you'd like. I tried the lobster bisque. I thought it was okay. It tasted a little almost burnt to me. I like it to be a little bit sweeter than it was. The best soup was the wild forest mushroom cappuccino. It had fantastic mushroom flavor. The smoked salmon and crab parfait was delicious. It had a ton of great flavor. I loved all the different layers. They worked well individually or as a complete bite. For entrees, I got the potato laced French turbo, which was delicious. The crust was perfectly crispy. The fish was perfectly cooked. An excellent dish. And then my husband got the Dover sole, which was also very well done. One thing that Morano is known for is its tableside preparations. You can see here, they're carving out the Dover sole tableside. You can also get things cooked or flambéed tableside. And I love the cheese course. This is the must get for dessert if you love cheese. They had all different types of cheese. Some of them I've never tried before, so I loved that. Cuisine is another restaurant. This has Le Petit Chef. We didn't go this time, but here's a clip from when I went on the celebrity silhouette. So basically what happens, it's a set meal. Everybody eats at the same time, and there's imagery that comes down on your plate. Tuscan Grill is the Italian restaurant. It is located all the way at the aft of the ship, so it has a beautiful view. This is a set dining price, and we had some favorites here. So the arugula salad with the fried goat cheese was terrific as a starter. We also really liked the meatballs, so they could have had a smidge more salt. I loved the short rib pappardelle. We ate here a few times. This was my favorite dish of all of the times. The branzino was perfectly cooked. This is a great option if you love fish. And the meatloaf was a bit heavy. It could have used a little more cheese, but overall pretty good. The second time we went, I tried the bruschetta. This was also delicious. I thought it had great flavor. The beef carpaccio also could have used just a smidge more salt, but when you mixed it in with the olives, it was good. We had the beef farfalle, which was okay. I would probably pass on it. The chicken parm was very good. It was a really big piece of chicken. And then the sides we really enjoyed were the eggplant parmesan, the spinach, and the broccoli. Heading upstairs, we'll find the Lawn Club Grill. This has a make-your-own salad bar to start off your meal. We also tried one of the flatbread pizzas as an appetizer. We thought it was very good. The crust was great, and it was better than the buffet. I tried the Lawn Club burger, and I was not impressed. The Canadian bacon did not add a lot to the party, but my husband really enjoyed the pork chop. We also went to the Lawn Club for lunch. This was the veggie burger with avocado, which was delicious. My favorite burger was the tuna burger. It had incredible Asian slaw with it. And then the other burgers were okay. Like they weren't anything to write home about. Now, if you could have taken the patty from the ramen burger at Sushi on 5 and brought that up here, we would have been in business. Around the corner from the Lawn Club, we will find the Porch. I definitely saved the best for last. This was my favorite restaurant on board. It's open for lunch and dinner all week. This cheesy bread served warm is the best bread on board, but don't fill up on it because there's great appetizers like the hamachi crudo with a perfectly acidic vinaigrette, the tuna tartare, that was one of the best that I've had. If you also like chicken, they have these great little chicken wing lollipops with a terrific barbecue sauce. You can add a seafood tower for $15. It is 2 lobster tails, so it might be worth the extra $15. I thought the lobster roll was okay. It does have shrimp mixed in, so keep that in mind. But the best dish, hands down is this mussels dish. The sauce is absolutely incredible. It's made fresh right behind you. A must have if you love mussels. So that was my review of dining on the Celebrity Reflection. What do you think? Have you sailed her? What were your favorite things to eat? And be sure to check out the other videos in the Celebrity Reflection series. And here's a video YouTube thought you might like.